Hi guys, I'm Earnest from the Earnest Co. We are a food security company, and today I'll be talking much more towards livestock feed itself. In Malaysia, our industry feed system is broken. 5.1 billion of the imported animal feeds every year, and 73% of global antibiotics actually go to livestock. And actually, we have created so-called superbug risk and also antibiotic residue in the livestock itself, which later we will consume. Right, and they'll talk about deforestation, carbon from the soy farm and overseas. Poultry feed prices keep rising and farmer loses their margin, and not just that, because of the yield issues, which actually poultry or maybe aquaculture farmers, they're having also facing issues because of that. And we have no large scale so-called feed that alternative, and also Malaysia don't have a scalable local alternative in doing much more towards this feed. And what if there's a solution today for climate change, food safety, and also antibiotic resistant agents? We introduced WUFIA, right? We envision to build the world's most sustainable antibiotics-free animal feed system using regenerative way and also circular bioresources way. And talk about local feed, which is having global impact. Why? WUFIA compared to soy and corn, right? On the left side, we have a chart. They're having annual biomass the highest, and also annual protein also the highest itself. And 1 acre of WUFIA actually equivalent towards 20 acres of corn in protein yield itself. And talk about carbon emission itself, right? So based on it, you can see that wheat having 0.6 ton of carbon emission, and compared to soy and corn, which is much more higher, and it will, talking about 10 times higher. So fun fact, 2.6 million of acres of WUFIA cultivation actually can eliminate carbon emission, I would say carbon dioxide for entire city of Singapore emits a year. And just talk about one of the advantages in WUFIA cultivation. Compared to traditional crops itself, we actually can use much more smaller space. Just talk about 3,000 square feet itself, we can become an economic viability to actually run of it, to any farmers. And yeah, this is our mixed feed that I'm mentioning. So we actually mix these three components together. WUFIA, as I mentioned, it's a 10 times faster growth compared to soy, and also very high in protein. They are around 44 itself, and also they are water cleanser, right? And by the way, it's 48 hours for them to grow. And BSF larvae, definitely, most of you guys know, there's actually one of the insects larvae itself, and high protein. And local corn and microbiome booster, this one is actually added up towards processing towards their guts itself, so that the livestock and even aquaculture fishery, they are good to go and stay healthy. And we do a lot of R&D before that when we started. So we actually did some identify local variety WUFIA itself, do some trial, work with academics, and then also we done some extraction. So it was 35% to 42% of protein content. And for feed trials, actually somehow we find a partner to actually work on it. And in results, actually better yolk in color, and then quality, immunity, and also surviving rates actually increased by 75% towards 95% itself. And our competitive edge itself. So we are the first vertical integrated WUFIA-based feed solutions compared to other people, including we are doing formulations, right? And our value proposition is actually to make sure it's cost effective and also high protein, environmentally friendly for feeds itself. We can actually reduce the cost up to 20%, and even carbon footprint itself is up to 30% compared to soy and fish meal itself. Industry differentiation, there's no major people are competing in it, including the Southeast Asia itself. And market size analysis, this is some of the size, and we are actually the highest compared to others, even we talk about cost efficiency and environmental impact. And talk about earnings and revenue itself, our feed sales, this is some of the numbers that we can go. And this is our business plan. Actually, on the first year itself, we are doing much more towards R&D, as in what we are doing right now. And then second year, third year, we're actually doing scaling. And then fourth year and fifth year, that's where we expand towards Southeast Asia. And this is our core team, and mainly is we have a team. We have a team member also from academic itself. And why are we selecting to Shell as a strategic partner? Because innovations and also R&D support, sustainability, energy, logistics, and network, and also funding and incubation. And what we are raising right now is around 500K in total. We have a segmentized pie in there. And finally, feeding the future without destroying the planet itself. Thank you.